In this lecture, we will see about the drinking water quality standards, which is set in India. As per Indian standards, what are the different criterias for drinking water? So that we will discuss today. So before moving on to that, we have to know that what is water quality standard? Water quality requirements for different uses are scientifically termed as water quality standards. Now we will see the different standards for drinking water in India. So, first we will see the essential characteristics, which are very essential before using water for drinking. So, we have to test all these quantities before using the water for drinking. So, we will see the different essential characteristics. First one is color, odor, taste, turbidity, etc. are the important one. So color in Allen Hazen units, we have already discussed about all these things. Its requirement or desired limit is 5. It should not be greater than 5, but it's permissible up to 25 if there are no toxic substances present in it. And above 5, the consumer acceptance decreases. And if there are no other sources of water, then we can use the water having up to 25 units of color. Okay. Second thing is order. It is unobjectionable. When there is an order, it is not a problem. But when it is having some toxic substances, again it is harmful. And the third one is taste. It is agreeable, no problem. It should be agreeable. Above that we cannot use. Okay, so that is a limit of taste. And turbidity, it is measured in nephelometric turbidity units. It's in NTU units. Its desirable limit is 5, and its permissible limit is 10. Above 5, consumer acceptance decreases. And some other essential characteristics of water are pH should be measured, should be between 6.5 to 8.5 for better quality water. And no relaxation is there, because it should be within this limit, otherwise it is not good for drinking. And beyond this limit, it will affect the mucous membrane, and it will also affect the water supply system. It will cause corrosion to it and all. So all these things. And the next characteristic is total hardness. It is represented in milligram per liter as calcium carbonate. The desired limit of this is 300. Above 300 it is not good, but we can use it up to 600 if no other sources of water are available. And it will cause encrustation in water supply structures and adversely affects the domestic purposes. Another important thing is iron. It is in its quantity is its unit is in milligram per liter, represented as Fe, and its maximum limit should be 0.3 desirable limit, and it can be permissible up to 1. And beyond 0.3, its taste and appearances are affected. Water taste and appearances are affected. Also, iron bacteria will be present. Iron oxidizing bacteria will be present. So these are the bad effects. And chlorides is another important property, physical property, which affects the water. I mean metals which affects the water, element which affect the water. Chloride is its unit is in milligram per liter and represented as Cl. Its desirable limit is 250 milligram per liter, and permissible limit is 10,000. And the final essential characteristic of to be tested before drinking using a water for drinking is residual free chlorine. It is again it is expressed as milligram per liter, and the desirable limit is 0.2. And when the water is chlorinated, this can be tested. This should be tested if the water is chlorinated. Okay. And some other desirable characteristics are there. One is dissolved solids. It is represented again in milligram per liter, and it should be within 500 milligram per liter, and 2000 milligram per liter is also permissible, because beyond 500 it will cause some gastrointestinal problems or irritations. But it can be used even if the water is having 2000 milligram per liter of dissolved solids. Calcium, it is again expressed in milligram per liter. Ca is the representation, and the desired limit is 75, and permissible limit is 200. When it is above 75, it will cause encrustation in structures, water supply structures, and causes adverse defects on domestic uses. And another thing is magnesium. Again, it is expressed in milligram per liter. It should be within 30 milligram per liter. 100 milligram per liter is permissible. Copper, represented as Cu in milligram per liter, and its desirable limit is very low, 0.05. Up to 1.5 milligram per liter is permissible. Above 0.05 milligram per liter, it will cause a stringent taste, a discoloration, corrosion to pipe and all. Manganese, expressed as Mn in milligram per liter, should be within zero point 0.1 milligram per liter. Maximum permissible limit is zero point 0.3, and beyond 0 point 0.1 milligram per liter, it will limit the taste and appearance of the water, and causes adverse effects on water supply structures. So these are the bad effects of manganese. And next one is sulphate. Sulphate, it is represented as SO4, and unit is milligram per liter. It should be within 200 milligram per liter. Beyond this, again, it can cause gastrointestinal problems, and its permissible limit is 400. 400 is a limit for some magnesium compounds, but it is present as magnesium. If it is present as just a free element, then it should be within 30. Okay. And nitrate, represented as NO3 in units milligram per liter. It should be within 45 milligram per liter, and the maximum permissible limit is 100. It can cause methemoglobin anemia. We have discussed about this. This is a kind of anemia which will affect the hemoglobin. When excess nitrates are present, it will affect the hemoglobin cell structure, and it will cause this kind of anemia. Fluoride, represented as F in milligram per liter, it should be within 1 milligram per liter. Maximum permissible limit is 1.5. High fluoride may cause fluorosis, a disease called fluorosis. And phenolic compounds which contains OH ions. C6H5OH is a general phenolic compound which is expressed in milligram per liter. Should be within 0.001, very low quantity, and the maximum permissible limit is 0.002. And beyond 0.001 milligram per liter, it is objectionable. It causes some objectionable taste and all. Mercury is another compound. Its representation is Hg in milligram per liter. It should be within 0.001 milligram per liter. There are no relaxation for this because it is very harmful to human beings, and it is very toxic. Cadmium, Cd is the expression, and it is measured in milligram per liter. It should be within 0.01. Again, it has no relaxation. Selenium is another element. It is represented as Sc in milligram per liter. It should be within 0.01, and arsenic, it should be within 0.05. All these are toxic compounds, so there are no relaxation for this, and these all compounds should be tested if the water is suspected to be polluted. Okay. And cyanide is another thing. It is also very toxic, and it should be within 0.05. Lead is another, which is represented as Pb in milligram per liter. We can bear up to 0.05 milligram per liter of lead in water. It has no relaxation. Both of these are toxic. Zinc is another compound. It should be within 5 milligram per liter, and maximum permissible limit is 15. Beyond 5, it can cause astringent taste and some opalescence in water. So again, some anionic detergents are also there sometimes. It is represented in milligram per liter. MBAS is an anionic detergent. Its level should be within 0.2 milligram per liter, and maximum level should be 1 milligram per liter. And it causes a light froth in water. Foam will be produced in water. Chromium is another compound. Its limit should be 0.05 milligram per liter. Within 0.05 milligram per liter, it is a carcinogen, so it has no relaxation in its quantity. And polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbons, which is represented as PAH, and it is measured in milligram per liter. Again, it is carcinogenic, so it should be nil. It should not be present in water. Some mineral oils should be within a limit of 0.01 milligram per liter. Maximum permissible limit is 0.03. Beyond 0.01, it will cause some undesirable taste and odor. Pesticides, it should be absent, 0. Maximum permissible limit is 0.001. It is very toxic, so it should be absent. Now, there are some radioactive materials which should not be present in water at all. So they are alpha, beta emitters, alkalinity, aluminum, boron. All these can cause some kind of radioactive activity in water. So alpha emitters, which is expressed in a unit BQ per liter. So you can see these units, expansion of these units, all the becquerel. BQ is a becquerel and PCA is another unit which are used to represent these radiations. Okay. So this should not be present in water. In some cases, it can be present. Alpha can be present up to zero point 0.1 BQ per liter, and beta can be present up to 1 PCI per liter. So these two are the units of radiations. Alkalinity, it is again it is represented in milligram per liter. It should be within 200 milligram per liter. Beyond this, it should cause some undesirable taste, and the maximum permissible limit is 600 milligram per liter. Aluminium is another compound which causes dementia. Dementia is memory loss, short-term memory loss, and when aluminum is present beyond 0.03 milligram per liter, it can cause dementia, but it can be up to zero point 0.2 milligram per liter. Boron is another compound which should be within 1 milligram per liter, and maximum permissible limit is 5. It has no detrimental effects, but still it should be within a particular limit. So these are the drinking water standards in India. Thank you.